Hello again, and welcome to this episode of Dealing with Brightspace. What we're going to be doing today is exploring a feature that I actually personally don't use a lot, and that is the feature within Brightspace that allows you to hide and reveal items to your students. Some people who are teaching online or using the tools of Brightspace to teach face-to-face like to only present their students with the material that is current. So the only thing that they can see on Brightspace is the things that's going on that week. They have a sequence in which they want to present material and feel that it's really important for all of their students to focus on what's right in front of them and not worry about what's coming up. Now, as much as I don't use that tool, I reveal my whole class. I actually allow for some degree of working ahead and whatnot, but that's to me specific. But let's look at some of the tools that we have to hide and reveal things to our students. So we go into Brightspace, and I'm going to use my Intro to Psychology Masterclass to talk about this a little bit. So let's go right into the content section where all my stuff is. And you'll see that every one of these items here, I have the course documents, the course timeline, special assignments, and chapters. These are all my modules in the class. If I click on course documents, for example, first and foremost, this entire folder can be hidden. If you go up to the pull-down menu, you have to click on it over here in the menu. It becomes the document that is right up front here. And I click the pull-down menu and hide from user. It's as simple as that, and you'll look over here on the menu and you'll see that little eye with the cross line across it indicating that that item is hidden. I go back over here and I make visible to users. So you can actually go right down. If you just have like week 1 open, you just go week 2, week 3, week 4, just go all the way down and hide everything. And now, I'm not quite sure if you have assignments in there or quizzes or discussions. You might have to hide those individually. And let me explore some of this with you live. So let's say here I am in chapter 1, and my chapter 1 has a discussion, a quiz, and an assignment. And I want to hide the quiz. So I can click on that, and I can do something called edit in place. And that, now keeping in mind that this quiz link that is inside of the folder, the module for chapter 1, is a link to the quizzes that we access in the assignments pull-down menu. So if I'm editing in place, that means I'm editing the link. So if I go to edit properties in place, it gives me some ability here to add a description, but add dates and restrictions. I can do a start date. Oh, I'm not even showing you this. Here, I clicked on, well, let me get out of this and do that again. Click on this. Whoops, I'm going all over the place here. I should redo this video, but I won't. Here I do an edit properties in place. It gives me add dates and restrictions. I can also add a description here, and you can see I can add a start date, due date, end date, all the release conditions. I can do that. I believe that is just for the link in that place. Now there's also a way that you can go into the quizzes themselves and do reveal dates and whatnot, and that's what I'm going to show you next. So if you don't do it here, we'll just go up to assignments. We're going to look at chapter 1 quiz. Go to quizzes, and I go to chapter 1 quiz, and I can hide from users right there. Gives me that ability to do that. I'll definitely hide it everywhere. But you can also go into edit, and under restrictions, you can do the hide from users. That's where you set the due date. This is where you set the availability. Now understand the availability, the beginning date and the end date is the date at which that link will appear and students will see it. They will not see anything there. They will not know that there's something there. It'll be completely disappeared. My understanding is that availability, once that date comes up, boop, it pops up, and the end date, it goes away. And therefore, that piece of the visual structure of your classes is gone. And that's my advocacy for showing everything, is that, and not using this tool, is that when things are appearing and disappearing, the students might lose a sense of cohesiveness in the entire structure of the class, the repeated structure within your class. So at least keep the past things available. You can hide, you can put due dates and they can't access them anymore, but at least they see the pattern of how your class is going. And my preference, of course, is list them all and have them all there up front. But now you have the tools to go into any item you edit, you hide, you do any one of these things, you can actually control very, very, right down to the individual item. You can control when your students see it and when they don't.